Life is full of ups and downs. We navigate through busy streets and climb challenging trails, each step a testament to our resilience. We face challenges and uncertainties. Whether it's a daunting task at work or personal struggles, these moments test our strength and patience. It can feel like we are caught in a storm, with waves crashing around us and winds pushing us off course. The chaos can be overwhelming. But what if there's a bigger picture? After every storm, a rainbow appears, and the skies clear to reveal a breathtaking view. This reminds us that storms are temporary. What if even chaos has a purpose? Just like a messy room that gets tidied up, or a bustling market that eventually quiets down, there is order waiting to emerge from the disorder. The Bible tells us that God is in control. In the midst of our struggles, we can turn to His Word for comfort and guidance. He has a plan, even when we can't see it. Just as the sun rises after the darkest night, hope can dawn in our hearts when we trust in His plan. In the midst of chaos, we can find peace. By seeking moments of stillness and reflection, we can connect with a deeper sense of calm. We can trust that God is working behind the scenes. Just like a crew preparing for a performance, there is unseen work happening to bring everything together. He is orchestrating events for our good. Every note, every brick, every moment is part of a grand design that we may not fully understand yet. He is leading us to a place of victory. With faith and perseverance, we can overcome our challenges and reach new heights, celebrating the triumphs that come after the trials. The Bible is full of stories that demonstrate this principle. Time and time again, we see God using what seems like chaos to bring about His perfect will. He uses difficult situations to shape us and mold us. He uses trials to strengthen our faith. These stories remind us that God is in control. He is the master artist, painting a masterpiece with our lives. We may not always understand the brushstrokes, but we can trust the artist. Consider the story of Joseph. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers. He was falsely accused and imprisoned. It seemed like his life was falling apart. But God had a plan. He used those difficult experiences to prepare Joseph for greatness. Joseph eventually became second in command in Egypt. He saved his family from famine. What seemed like chaos was actually God's way of elevating Joseph to a position of power and influence. Another powerful example is the Exodus. The Israelites were slaves in Egypt. God sent Moses to deliver them. But the journey to freedom was not easy. They faced many obstacles and challenges. They wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. It seemed like chaos and uncertainty. But God was with them every step of the way. He provided for their needs. He led them to the promised land. Their journey of chaos led them to a place of blessing and abundance. Section 5. Jesus and the Storm. Finding peace in the midst of chaos. Even Jesus experienced the chaos of a storm. He and his disciples were in a boat when a furious storm arose. The waves were crashing over the boat. The disciples were terrified, but Jesus remained calm. He rebuked the wind and the waves. "Peace, be still," he said, and immediately the storm ceased. Jesus demonstrated his power over the chaos. He showed us that we can find peace even in the midst of life's storms. Section 6. Modern-day miracles, seeing God's hand in our lives. In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, it can be easy to overlook the subtle ways in which the divine touches our lives. Yet, if we take a moment to pause and reflect, we can see the fingerprints of God in the everyday moments that often go unnoticed. These stories may seem like ancient history, from a distant past with little relevance to our modern lives. But the truth is, the same God who performed miracles in biblical times is still active today. But the same God who worked miracles then is still working miracles today. Whether it's a miraculous healing, an unexpected provision, or a moment of profound peace, His presence is still very much with us. He is still in the business of calming storms. Just as Jesus calmed the stormy seas for His disciples, He can bring peace to the turbulent situations in our lives. When we feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, we can turn to Him for comfort and guidance. He is still making a way where there seems to be no way. In times of uncertainty, when the path ahead seems blocked, God can open doors and create opportunities we never imagined possible. His ways are higher than our ways, and His plans are always for our good. We may not see miracles on the same scale as parting the Red Sea, but that doesn't mean they don't happen. Miracles today might look different, but they are no less significant. They can be found in the small, everyday blessings that remind us of God's love and faithfulness. But we can see God's hand in our lives. In moments of quiet reflection, in the beauty of nature, and in the kindness of others, we can see evidence of His presence. These moments are reminders that we are never alone and that God is always with us. We can experience His peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not dependent on our circumstances, but is a gift from God that sustains us through life's ups and downs. It is a peace that guards our hearts and minds, giving us strength and hope. We can trust that He is working all things together for our good. Even when we don't understand His ways, we can have faith that He is in control and that His plans for us are good. By looking for His hand in our lives, we can find comfort, hope, and a deeper sense of purpose. Section 7. Embracing the unknown. A leap of faith. It's not always easy to trust God when we don't understand what He's doing. In those moments of uncertainty, we often find ourselves questioning His plans and doubting His intentions. We wonder why certain things happen and why we must face challenges that seem insurmountable. It takes faith to believe that He has a plan even when we can't see it. Faith is not just a passive belief, but an active trust in God's wisdom and timing. It's about moving forward, even when the path is unclear, and trusting that He will guide our steps. But that's where the greatest growth happens. In the midst of our struggles and uncertainties, we find strength we never knew we had. We learn to persevere, to push through the obstacles, and to grow in ways we never imagined. When we step out in faith, we open ourselves up to God's blessings. These blessings may not always come in the form we expect, but they are always exactly what we need. They come as moments of clarity, unexpected opportunities, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. We learn to rely on His strength, not our own. In our weakness, His power is made perfect. We discover that we are not alone in our journey, and that His presence is always with us, guiding and supporting us. We discover that His grace is sufficient for us. His grace covers our shortcomings and empowers us to live out our faith boldly. It reminds us that we are loved and valued no matter our circumstances. Even in the midst of chaos, we can experience His peace and joy. This peace is not dependent on our external circumstances, but is rooted in our relationship with Him. It is a peace that calms our fears and fills our hearts with hope, reminding us that with God, all things are possible. Section 8. Finding hope in the midst of uncertainty. So if you're going through a difficult time today, take heart. Remember that God is in control. He is working behind the scenes. He has a plan for your life, even if you can't see it yet. Trust in His timing, believe in His goodness, and know that He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is with you in the storm. He is guiding you to a place of victory. Section 9. Conclusion. Trusting the Master Weaver. Life may feel like organized chaos at times, but God is the Master Weaver. He is taking all the threads of our lives, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the painful, and He is weaving them together into a tapestry of beauty and purpose. Trust the process, embrace the journey, and know that God is with you every step of the way. Subscribe to my channel for more inspiring messages. Like this video if you found it helpful. God bless you.